Welcome back to another episode of Jacksonville Buzz's Buzzworthy Business. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Alefia Landry from Alefia Landry, LLC. Good morning.
Good morning.
Got it right?
Yes.
All right, we're good. This interview's done. You are a senior director of operations for village operations of a major homeless and transition shelter here in Jacksonville, a household name that everybody will know. For the purposes of sanity, we're just going to say a household name.
Yes.
We're here today to talk a little bit about your business, which is a business strategist.
Yes.
What is a business strategist?
Business strategist, basically I help take an idea and pull it all together and connect the, not so common business owner to all the resources that they need. I help build a blueprint. I help them do event designs, whatever it is that they need when they're kind of feeling stuck as a business owner or they're trying to conceptualize their business.
How'd you get into that idea? It's a unique thing. Because we were talking a little offset, and in all sincerity, I have a fabulous team of people behind this camera. I have a fabulous team of people that is at my office that does operations in the financial services industry. The joke that we always use is it takes a village for the idiot. You got that one on camera, production. How did you come up with this idea of business strategy? I mean, I totally get it, because I'm like, Steve Strum, TV guy, right? Steve Strum, stockbroker. Steve Strum just in this lane, and I don't see this stuff coming from a side, and I'm just kind of so focused on what I'm trying to do that I may not realize that I'm missing something huge over here that may be a disaster situation in business operations, or I might be missing an amazing opportunity. Either way, right? Either it's hitting the fan, or I'm just missing the boat. How did you come up with this idea, and how do you help business owners do that?
Okay, so I came up with this idea roughly in 2021. I had the concept for years. I would just say, I just wish people would pay me to think. And then one day I realized people pay me to think. That is what I do on a daily basis. And I started in education and then administration and then worked my way to nonprofit operations. And one thing that I realized, no matter where I went, someone was always contacting me to help them either pull something together or go to the next step. And when I knew I had to go ahead and make it a business is when my best friend was planning her wedding. And we all got together on a Sunday. We were talking through some things, but 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. Within 30 minutes, I had each month planned out for an entire year of every step that she needed to do. And it was like, okay, I need to start helping more companies that feel stuck, especially smaller business owners, because a lot of times they have the idea or they might not know how to pull it all together. They may not know how to use some of their funding appropriately. They may not understand how beneficial an event can be to help convert an onlooker into a customer. So I just took all the experience that I've learned with every job that I had, pull it all together, and I realized when I did do event planning that a lot of people can't afford $5,000 or $10,000 for an event planner, or even for someone to sit down and put their business together, but they can't afford whatever's in their range to be able to sit down for a strategy session and for me to put that blueprint together for them. And they can decide, if they want me to help implement certain parts, whatever fits their budget. But I realized I have to be able to do this for my community so we can grow.
Well, and that's important, especially serving that small business community. One of the things as we kind of wrap up is that, think about your small business owner, right? They're owner and operator. And I always use the proverbial plumber, right? So, he or she is owning a business, doing the finances, doing all the stuff, and then he or she has to go in and actually do the plumbing, which is not all plunging toilets. I mean, running irrigation. There's all kinds of things that happen in that department. But especially when they're a small business, right? They may not have all the tools and resources. They may have themselves, maybe a spouse or family member that, my mom's always joked that she'll answer the phones. I don't think we, have gotten that threshold yet. Hi, Mom. But no, so as a small business owner, right, Mom answers the phone. Maybe you'll have a couple people. And then, of course, there's always this they're so close to what's going on. I hate to use the old adage of you see the forest from the trees, but that's true. And so you help them kind of take a step back, whether it's a business like that or maybe something different, and say, hey, well, by the way, yes, you are doing a great job in owner operating, but do you really want to be plumbing a toilet when you're 70 years old?
Right.
Let's start talking about succession. Let's start talking about grabbing a young man or woman to help be your learner that can give you the pathway to ownership transition, but not losing control and also not losing your baby, which is the business that you've born. Right. Something in this department is fabulous, and of course having the courage to do it when my staff had to politely let me know that I was no longer able to do paperwork. It's true, no, true story. They blocked the door in the office and they said, Steve, we love you. No more paperwork. Because every time I even look at a piece of paperwork, there's a checkbox wrong. I guarantee if I even, anyway. So, but it's hard to do that as a business owner because they're going to have a certain pride of ownership that may be interpreted as an arrogance, but it's not. It's just pride of ownership. And all of a sudden, they're like, what do you mean I can't do my own paperwork? I'm the best plumber I've ever been. Yes, but we're going to be plumbing when you're 95 years old. So, thank you for coming. As we take it away, what's the one tip that you would give that small business owner that just cannot get out of his or her own way to take that next step? Besides, of course, call you.
Exactly.
Call her, yeah.
Alefia Landry, LLC, I'm all you need.
We're going to hang all your stuff on dailynewsnetwork.com, so don't worry. But besides that, what would be that one tip? If you're like, you know what, here's a nugget for 2024 to make your business take that step, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to look up SCORE, to go to score.com, and there are classes, there are mentors, there's a lot of different resources that are out there, and that would be my number one tip. Like,
awesome.
Look them up and go with, and also follow your gut instinct. If there's something that you know that is missing, listen to yourself, and then look for the solution.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. It's really cool to see what people are doing to innovate through experiences. And, love to see your business grow and see what you have to do for 2024. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today on the Buzz. Guys, thank you for
It's okay.
Liberty. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today on Buzzworthy Business. If you like us, share us. And remember, live with gratitude.